Well, the last time I was here, Arsenal had gone ahead to submit a bid for Cristhian Mosquera, and the opening proposal was in. But we have what really came out from that. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Ronaldo, after signing a new contract or renewing his contract with Al-Nassr, he has been gifted with a new manager after the previous manager went ahead to get sacked. And the player formerly for Liverpool or still for Liverpool has come up and gotten to know when his medical is obviously gonna be taking place, and that is Quansah. So those are the three stories we are obviously gonna be tackling here onto the Rokani Media Football. And we are also on TikTok. You can search for Rokani Media Football, and we put up some short videos in there at the side of TikTok. Now let's get into the stories. You know, the man who broke the story of Arsenal interested in Mosquera was Hand of Ozil. He told us that Arsenal now aiming to close a deal for Cristhian Mosquera for a fee of under 19 million euros. Personal terms are not seen as an issue. Still some work to be done, but talks are very advanced. Andrea Bartha is aiming to get the player in for pre-season if possible. You understand? So that's what we've gone ahead to get in through from a guy called Hand of Ozil, that on the day that is 26th of June, after Arsenal really after the Mosquera to Arsenal talks were advanced, Arsenal went ahead to put in a bid, and they wanted to close it down below 19 million euros. But guess what? It really got turned down by Valencia. And who has gone ahead to let us know? It's Ryan Taylor Sport via AFC staff that is understood that Valencia have rejected Arsenal's opening bid for Cristhian Mosquera. However, discussions are still ongoing. So Arsenal's opening bid was rejected, and why was it rejected? I can authoritatively tell you that it's really below what the team really thought they could get from this player. For example, a player like Mosquera at the age of 2021, huge talent. However much he's left with just 1 year on his contract, I tell you what, you can't take him away for just 19 million euros. I think Arsenal will have to pay close to 30 million euros, according to me. And what really escalates this price of a player who is left with just 1 year on his contract? It's all about one thing: the very many teams that are really interested in signing the player. I've gone ahead to see Spurs, I've seen Chelsea, I've seen some Spanish teams. There are like 5 teams that have gone ahead to line up to sign the player known as Cristhian Mosquera. So that's why the opening bid of Arsenal was turned down, because they noted that it will have to increase eventually, as very many other teams have gone ahead to show interest in signing the player known as Mosquera. So that's what you're really having right here onto the channel's Rokani Media Football, and that is the Cristhian Mosquera update. But talks are really ongoing and they're really advanced, and very soon Andrea Bartha will come up with a very big story that the deal is done and dusted, and the player is obviously undergoing his medical at the Sobha Reality Training Center. That's all about a club called Arsenal and Mosquera. But for Mosquera, he has given Arsenal his priority. He wants to obviously come in through and play the club of Arsenal, because he knows to it that however much there is Saliba, there is Gabriel Magalhaes, and those two are not injury prone players. They can play like 30 games a season or 38. He believes that Arsenal being in different competitions, that is the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League and Champions League, that will grant him an opportunity to get in the minutes that he has always gone ahead to crave for as a player. So that is Cristhian Mosquera. Huge hint and huge update. So that is it for now. Now let's get to another story of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo went ahead to obviously get a new contract that he extended at the side of Al-Nassr. Now, as he got the new contract, his manager that I think brought him to Al-Nassr got sacked. And when he got sacked, they've gone ahead to obviously come up with a decision. And that decision is to obviously get in a replacement. And what's the replacement? It's another big manager coming in through from a big team in Saudi Pro League known as Jorge Jesus. Now, Fabrizio Romano have told us that Jorge Jesus has agreed to become a new Al-Nassr head coach. Former Al Hilal manager will be unveiled soon, as the deal has been agreed for Jesus to become Al-Nassr coach, as per Santi J. Cristiano Ronaldo also approved him as a coach, because before you get into teams like these, where you're having a player like Ronaldo, who is the GOAT of the game, you have to come out and really tell him what plans do you have for him, right? The plans you have for him are really very important as a player, and he wants to feel involved, that he's going to be the key figure into your team. And if he's not going to be a key figure, I tell you, he can tell the board that I don't want that manager, because Ronaldo alone, being in the Saudi Pro League, helps them really earn a lot. Like, Ronaldo is the most followed human, I think, on earth, meaning that all those people that follow him up will want to see him play, and they'll need updates. And that means they'll get TV broadcasting rights from very, very many different parts of the world. You understand? So that's all about Jesus and Jorge Jesus joining the side of Al-Nassr, and Ronaldo has gone ahead to approve it, that please bring him on, and he will obviously do the needful. So that's what you're really getting in through from the side of Al-Nassr. They've gone ahead to get in a new manager, and that is Jorge Jesus in there. Lastly, before we call it quits, it's coming in through from Quansah. I told you that it's a here we go for Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen, that is currently managed by Erik ten Hag. After being sacked by Man United, he now has a job. And an exclusive has been dropped by Fabrizio Romano that Jarell Quansah set to undergo medical at Bayer Leverkusen on Monday. All booked. Can confirm again, buyback clause for Liverpool will be worth at least £60 million and could even reach £70 million based on add-ons. Initial fee also confirmed, £30 million plus £5 million of add-ons to the side of Liverpool. So that's what you're really getting in through from Fabrizio Romano. Jarell Quansah has come in through and finally gotten to know when he's obviously gonna be doing the medical for the side of Bayer Leverkusen. And for Bayer Leverkusen, we all know to it that they bought this player for £30 to £5 million. The buyback clause will be £60 to £70 million, because Bayer Leverkusen know they've gone ahead to take in a young player who has really played well in the Premier League for the previous 2 seasons. And what finally do we have? A player that can now command a starting position at Bayer Leverkusen. And at Bayer Leverkusen, we all know to it that he will turn out to be a very good defender. And very many clubs will obviously be coming up for, but Liverpool will be given first refusal, and if they don't refuse, £60 to £70 million will be the buyback clause for Liverpool. But if they refuse, they will obviously have what we call a sell-on clause, and of a certain percentage that we have yet to know for this player. So guys, go into the comment section and tell me your thoughts about Mosquera opening bid turned down. Arsenal's Cristhian Mosquera opening bid has been turned down by the side of Valencia. What do you make about it? Then Jorge Jesus becoming the new head manager, old manager of Al-Nassr. Ronaldo giving the approval and green light. And lastly, your thoughts about Quansah medical that is set to take place very soon in Germany, that is Leverkusen. We sign out for now. See you later. First video of the day. More is coming.